If you're thinking about relocating to Peters Township, here's a question I hear all the time. Can I actually afford to enjoy life there? Or will everything go to the house payment? Because affordability isn't just about the mortgage, it's about what your life feels like after you buy the house. Let's walk through what living in Peters Township really costs once you factor in taxes and the expenses that show up every single month. Right now, the median home price in Peters Township is around $510,000. That's the number most buyers start with, but that's only the beginning of the math. The first big cost people underestimate is property taxes. Peters Township is in Washington County, and the tax structure here is different from many nearby Allegheny County suburbs. When you combine Washington County taxes, Peters Township taxes, and the school district, a realistic planning estimate for a home at this price point is around $7,000 per year in property taxes. That's roughly $585 per month. Now, that number can vary based on the specific assessment of a home, but this gives relocating buyers a solid budgeting baseline. Next comes homeowners insurance. In Pennsylvania, most buyers land somewhere between $90 and $125 per month, depending on the age of the home, roof condition, replacement cost, and coverage. It's not usually shocking, but it is another fixed monthly cost that needs to be counted. Then there are utilities. Utilities vary wildly based on square footage and lifestyle, but larger homes, especially those common in Peters Township, tend to come with higher energy use. Many buyers are surprised to learn that electricity alone can average a couple $100s a month in this region, especially in winter and summer. And then there's the cost most people don't think about until something breaks: maintenance. A smart planning rule is to budget about 1% of the home's value per year for maintenance and future repairs. On a $510,000 home, that's roughly $425 per month set aside for things like HVAC, roofs, appliances, and general upkeep. It's not a bill you pay every month, but if you don't plan for it, it shows up all at once. Finally, there's local earned income tax. Peters Township has a 1% earned income tax for residents that directly affects your take home pay, especially for relocating buyers who may not be used to local wage taxes. So let's put this together. A typical relocating buyer purchasing around the median price with a conventional loan should realistically plan for an all in monthly cost, not counting lifestyle spending, of roughly $3,500 to $4,000 per month, depending on insurance, utilities, and how aggressively you plan for maintenance. And here's where Peters Township becomes especially interesting. When you compare that tax burden to nearby South Hills suburbs like Upper St. Clair or Bethel Park, Peters Township often comes in with lower property tax pressure at similar home prices. That difference can easily be $200 to $300 per month compared to some Allegheny County communities. Over time, that matters. It can be the difference between feeling stretched and feeling comfortable. Now, this doesn't mean Peters Township is cheap. What it means is that the value equation works differently here. If you're relocating and looking for strong schools, newer housing options, and a suburban lifestyle, but you still want room in your budget to travel, dine out, save, and enjoy life, Peters Township can make a lot of sense, but only if you understand the full picture before you buy. The biggest mistake relocating buyers make is falling in love with a home and only later realizing how much the monthly reality costs. That's why the smartest move isn't just finding a house, it's building a total monthly cost strategy before you write an offer. If you're considering a move to Peters Township or comparing it to other South Hills communities and want to understand what your real monthly lifestyle would look like, I'd be happy to help. I'm Sharon St. Clair, a luxury real estate agent with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services. You can reach me directly at 724-503-0014 or email me at sharonstclairteam@igmail.com. If you're relocating, let's make sure you don't just buy a house, but buy a lifestyle you can truly enjoy.